Hello and welcome back, my beautiful, blessed, love, Virgo vibes. I hope you all are doing absolutely amazing. This message is regarding you passing this test with true integrity. And you have finally resolved you're done for good with this situation, with this person. Now, let's get more into why, in regards to this love interest on your mind and what you need to know right now. Virgo, so I chimed into this person's energy as well as yours and mutual energy alike. And let me just say this. This person has a weird obsession. And this obsession deals with not just them being obsessed with you, but they're being obsessed with having things to go a certain way in their lives. And this person could be a spoiled adolescent. This person can be a full-blown spoiled adult, okay, of any age. But it's like at this point in their life, they lack maturity. And the type of immaturity vibes that I'm getting from this person, it always puts them in, their choices always seem to put them in predicaments that are unnecessary, avoidable, and uncalled for. It's almost as though this person has a very dramatic side to them that they really have learned to become good at masking. They keep this part of themselves hidden, but it's hidden in plain sight. And I believe you figured it out. I think you've connected the dots and you see the bigger picture as it pertains to this person, right? It's like no matter how you and this person go hand in hand at times, it's like it's something that always rocks the boat and tilts it to the point where every time this little boat tilts, water gets inside. And you're seeing, and it's like, oh, well, it's not enough to sink the boat. And you just keep sailing, you keep going with this person. Then the boat tilts again, a little bit more water comes in, and it's like, oh, well, it's not enough to really just sink the little boat, right? So it'll be okay. The sun will come out and it'll start drying up. It's just not that much. But what has happened over time, it's like this person has almost put you in their mental state. It's like they've projected the way they think onto you. It's like you hear the saying about the glass being only half full. Well, it's like, the glass is actually full, or the glass is actually empty. But this person is like, oh, it's only half full. It's so much more to add to it. And you're just like, there's nothing in there now. You're seeing things for what they are. You've taken the rose-colored glasses off and you're like, what was I thinking? Now you got your eyeglass wipes, cleaning your eyeglasses. If you wear eyeglasses, somebody does. You do a lot of writing. Scripting is something about your penmanship that is of significance here as well, Virgo. But as it pertains to this individual, I'm hearing something about Bobby, John. The names Bobby and John. Bobby, John may be their names. They may have a middle name and a first name that they're called. But you and this person have endured a lot together. You may have even lived with this person at some time, okay? Or y'all stayed at each other's places quite often. Every time since you've realized, hey, this boat is actually beginning to fill with water. It's like now you feel water at your ankles, okay? and you're in the boat like, hey, is this something else we need to do different? Do we need to get a bigger boat? Should we start pelling the water out of the boat? And the person is like, no, it's okay, it's okay. It'll dry, it'll dry, it'll dry. Let's just keep going. Between the sun and the air, it'll dry up, it'll go away. But then something happens again, and what this something is always some type of clash of of morals, some type of clash where if this person is on the fence about one thing and you're for sure about something else dealing with this thing, there's no compromise from this person. But then once you leave that subject, you leave that conversation, you leave whatever that is alone, here comes this person resurfacing like, hey, yeah, let's do it this way and da da da. And you're like, what? That's what I said. However many days, weeks, months, maybe years ago. And now you're questioning this person. Like, what made you all of a sudden change your mind? Like, when I brought it up to you, you thought it was just impossible or, it wasn't realistic. It wasn't practical. And they're like, what do you mean? This person seems to get defensive easily when questioned. I mean, it could be the simplest mundane thing. How was your day? It was good. Okay. You can see this person not their best, right? Performing at their best one day. And you're like, what's wrong? I see you kind of got a limp, or I see you're using your hand as a different way. You're holding your hand like something's wrong, right? And they're answering you like, no, I'm straight. I'm good. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Listen, those are just some little small examples, simple examples of this boat constantly tilting. And it's like, if you can't get past little mediocre things like that, how can you deal with real life bigger things, bigger issues, right? If you know the oil need change in the vehicle, whether you're a male or a female, take it how it resonates. But if one of the partners in the relationship say, has defined that this is my obligation, this is what I'm going to do, this is my contribution, I'm going to make sure the cars stay maintained and serviced, clean, gassed up and all that. But this person know that it's time for oil change, and you're like, well, why are you not changing the oil all of a sudden? What's going on? And then it's like, this is a part of the rose-colored glasses. You start realizing these things has been going on for some time. It wasn't always like that, right? Because they first proceeded to be someone that they're not. Like, they were well on the outer extremities, the way they dress, and things like that. Maybe what they do for work, it may appear that everything is together. This person could be an entrepreneur. They can hold a good title at the job that they're in. They could be one of the top earners in their career. But that's just the external side of this particular person. Now, let me go ahead and get back into more of the meatier side of this situation with this person. Gosh, Virgo. This person always seeks validation from others. This person's they like to be in control. They like to be able to show and tell, right? With certain people around them. And I feel like for some of you, this person has even secretly recorded you, like on camera or on the phone, your a conversation. And it's whatever they've done, whatever they tried to record, they're showing it to someone. They're showing it to multiple people, at least two other people. Okay. And it's almost like, look, I did this for Virgo right here. And it made Virgo feel better about us, keeping things together and staying together. But Virgo just didn't know the boat was about to tilt again. And at this point of the tilt, because this person is very aware of what they're doing and what they're not doing. And they are aware of Virgo being aware of all of the above, right? But what they are no longer aware of is that Virgo is like, no, this is not a to be continued situation. This is not a pause and a cause. This is the final shebang. It's no more. But this person is like, because the next time we come together, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to wine and dine you. It may be a birthday situation, Virgo, or some type of anniversary coming up, a reunion. They may invite you to someone's wedding, to someone's birthday party, something of the sort like that, okay? So just keep those things in mind. Whatever this is, though, they're gonna make you feel, they're gonna do their best to make you feel like you don't want to leave this energy or this relationship, whatever they're supposed to be at this point with this person. But what happens in the midst of this, because what they don't understand about Virgo is Virgo knows how to resolve things through prayer, through faith. And when they realize you're no longer coming back and you're going to leave them to their own demise to learn how to figure things out for their own self, because I feel like at some point you felt sorry for this person. You had such a blinded compassion for this person that you didn't realize that you were taking a gamble on your future. And time has gone by. And now that you realize, hey, you've rolled the dice so many times and you haven't won. You haven't attained that which you were seeking in the situation with this person, okay? And at this point that you're no longer blinded, you're realizing, you are the winner, you are the prize, okay? And that anyone that proceeds to step towards you next moving forward, they got to come all the way correct or don't come at all. And this did not come at an easy pace for you, Virgo, because there were some deep feelings involved with you and this person, okay? Because I see that as you, through the time, through years, months, weeks, however long, you know how long it's been for you, you yourself realize that there was not enough depth to this person. There was not enough substance with this connection. You may have cried about this situation for some time, knowing that it's time to close the door, to close the book, to close the chapter, burn the book, write a new book, start a new chapter, whatever the case may be. And I feel like right now you're in this contemplating energy. You're reflecting on what you didn't do, what you did do, and what you know you're going to have to do moving forward. Now, in your current energy position, you're definitely going through some healing stages, but you've learned some valuable things. You've started to learn that with this person, something that they were doing, you may have even looked at them as someone that's sneaky, right? And you have allowed this person to be very snakish. All right, like this slithering energy into your world. Like you just kept allowing this person to get more and more into your energy, more and more into your heart, more and more into your mind. And before you know it, you was all wrapped up by this big anaconda. And even in the midst of knowing you're in quote unquote a danger zone, I think you had dealt with the situation for so long that you almost became complacent and comfortable. All right. But what you need to know that when other people do have their own agendas, okay, and there are moments in our lives when we will encounter such challenging people and scenarios that will rattle us, okay, that will shake us to our core, that will test our integrity. All right. And they can play a very specific role to stir up drama, to bring up some discomforting energies within you, triggers and reveal doubts that you've had about yourself. And maybe it's just a test due. Okay. Do you hold steady in your integrity and remain unshakable in your path to find love? Or do you allow this person or outer circumstances to pull you under, all right, into a storm of chaos and fear that have you packing your bags, running home to escape the madness? Either way, it'll be over soon, like I said, because you've already made your resolve. And for those of you who hasn't, you're on your path to doing that, okay? Because as this little slither snake of a creature begins to slink away, remember, they never had power over you, okay? They never had true power over you. No power. They only did what you allowed. And now you're like, you know what? That's over with. And I feel like I see you. Some of y'all like to journal. You journal. Some of you may have a podcast or starting a podcast, but it's something about you writing. You could be an artist, could work with flowers. You could also deliver packages. Seeing something about Amazon. You may be an Amazon driver delivering packages, or this person, or you have some type of connection work-wise with such. But that's what I have for y'all at this time right now, my beautiful Virgos. Do what you got to do for you. That is your resolve. Because your soul yearns for something more deeper and meaningful and with depth when it comes to your love life. All right? Y'all be sweet, be kind. Keep a good word in your hearts at all times. And know that someone else besides Jesus love you. Bye.